first home was in your arms. Thank you for the lovely charms. My next home was your home too, and you shared with me, and you cared for me like only a mama can do. No ocean or lasting love, no perfume is sweeter, and no giftings give my freedom than a mother's love. My first steps were at your side, each success led by your pride. You always hold out a loving hand to hold me and form me like only a mama can. No sad or lasting love, no perfume is sweeter, and no giftings give my freedom than a mother's love. A mother's love. I know sometimes I drive you crazy. Sometimes you drive me there too. But the ties are strong, so it don't take long till the love comes pouring through. No sad or lasting love, no perfume is sweeter, no giftings give my freedom than a mother's love. A mother's love. Oh, mother's love. Happy Mother's Day.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Mother's Day. How's everybody doing so far today? Good? Fantastic, fantastic. It's good to have you here. Welcome to the Center of Unity, where we are excited that you have joined us this morning. We're going to have a great service, and we're going to go ahead and get started off with some music. Why don't you go ahead and stand up together? Come on, let's all stand up. We're going to get a little energy flowing. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Words are going to be on the screen. Let's go. Here we go.
Blessed be your name in a land that is plentiful. Streams of abundance flow. Blessed be your name. Blessed be your name when I'm found in the desert place. The walk through the wilderness. Blessed be your name. Every blessing you pour out, I'll turn back to praise. When the darkness closes in, Lord, still I will say, blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name.
Blessed be your name when the sun's shining down on me, when the world's all as it should be. Blessed be your name.
seated.
Well, good morning, everyone. So good to see all of you here in this space with us. And we are welcoming all of those who are joining us online through our YouTube and Facebook channels. We're glad we're all together and we're celebrating this day, celebrating the day that we put special attention on those who have lovingly nurtured us, whether it was our mothers, whether it was our children that we have experienced through birth or through a bonus child, through marriage. I got to experience both of those in my lifetime, whether it's been through adoption, whether it's just been through that nurturing quality that we've given to children in our lives. We are celebrating all of the women for the ways in which they share their love, their compassion, their nurturing, the way that they bring us all into that space of greater community and family. So we're glad that you're here with us. We've got a special gift if you didn't get one on the way in, and it's good for all of the women in our community. We want you all to feel celebrated today. Grab one on your way out. We're glad that we get to not only celebrate this day, but celebrate each and every day that we can come to that awareness that we are connected. We are connected to one another as a community. We are connected to all of this earth and to Mother Earth. We celebrate Mother Earth today too. If you're just joining us for the first time, we want to say a special good morning to you. We're glad you're here with us and we'd love to connect with you. There is a connection card in front of you if you're here in the sanctuary with us. Otherwise, you can go to centerofunity.org and go to the Connect tab, and we'd love to just know who you are, how you came to find us, and want to share with you all that we offer here in this community. There's so much beyond just Sunday services. Our purpose here, our mission here, is to come together and create that space where not only our lives, but others that come to join us can transform into a new understanding, a new awareness, and a new relationship with the divine within. And then, because that's not enough, to bring that out into the world and to make a positive difference. So I invite you to join with me as we affirm that, to use the power of our voices to know that that is who we have come here to be. Join with me as we speak it together. Transforming lives and inspiring people to make a positive difference in the world. All right, and we're going to sing again.
That's what we're about to sing about, transforming lives and making a positive difference in the world.
In a time full of war, be peace. In a time full of doubt, just believe. Yeah, there ain't that much difference between you and me. In a time of war, be peace. In a world full of hate and light, when you do somebody wrong, make it right. Don't hide in the dark, you were born to shine. In a world full of hate, be light. La 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 la. Place that needs change, make a difference. In a time full of noise, just listen. 'Cause life is but a breeze, better live it. In a place that needs change, make a difference.
Here we go.
In a world full of hate and light, when you do somebody wrong, make it right. Don't hide in the dark, you were born to shine. In a world full of hate, be light. La 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 la. 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 In a race that you can't win, just slow it down. Yeah, you only get one go around.
is 10 feet in the ground. In a race that you can't win, just slow it down. In a world full of hate, be a light. When you do somebody wrong, make it right. Don't hide in the dark, you were born to shine. In a world full of hate, be a light. Yeah, it's hard to live in color when you just see black and white. In a world full of hate, be a light.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Mother's Day. My name is Grant Trevithick. I have the great privilege of serving with Miss Mary Salerno.
Salerno.
That one. So we're going to be your prayer team today. After service, we're going to be right over here. If anybody needs prayer support, it's free. Just come and ask. Kind of like Vegas, not totally, but a little bit. Whatever is spoken there, whatever we share there stays there. But it's our privilege to serve you.
We're not charging anymore?
But we're not charging any less.
Oh,
We didn't even practice that.
yeah, we didn't.
So today's word is mother's love. Surprise. The tenderness of mother's love shows me the presence of God on earth.
Love is a life-giving force, a tremendous power that binds all people in God. It is through this love we are all members of one family. A mother and all those who selflessly share motherly love give warmth and depth to the free-flowing love of God. There is something so pure, so warm and comforting about a mother's love. This is the love that encourages me when I doubt myself, that accepts me when the world feels cold, and that celebrates my successes and helps me shine. No matter how mother's love comes into my life, I recognize and give thanks, and I just lost my place, for its divine source, as the motherly love I have felt throughout my life has blessed me. I pray those who have loved me so tenderly and fiercely know the love of God as they have shared it so generously.
From Proverbs 31:29. Many women have done excellently, but you surpass them all. So let's take a deep breath, bow our heads, and pray. Father, Mother God, today is a day we celebrate all women. Whether you had a loving, caring, generous mother or one that was struggling in life, we know that above all, when we feel our stress, our strains, our challenges, when we don't know where to go, we can lean back into the great mother's arms of God. We know that we feel warmth, we feel acceptance, we feel love. We feel that great smell of chocolate chip cookies, and we know that we are home. Nothing can happen in our life that is too bad, too big, so terrible that we cannot return back to the love of God. And God will wrap his arms, wrap her arms around us, relieve our pain, and show us the way through. And we know this is true with everybody that asks us for prayer support, and we know it's true for you. And we celebrate that little bit of motherly love in each and every one of us, and especially the women here today. And for this we say, so it is, amen.
Thank you. So there was a little boy, and he was afraid of the dark. And one night, his mother asked him to go out to the back porch and bring her the broom. Well, the little boy looked at his mother and he says, "Mom, I don't want to go out there. It's dark." And the mother smiled reassuredly and said, "You don't have to be afraid. Jesus is out there, and he'll look after you. He'll protect you." Well, the little boy wasn't totally buying it, so he's looking at his mother very carefully. He's like, "Are you sure he's out there?" And the mother said, "Oh, yes, I'm sure. He's everywhere, and he's always ready to help whenever you need him." So the little boy thought about it for a moment, and then he went to the back door, and he cracked it open just a little bit and stuck his head out. And he said, "Jesus, if you're out there, could you hand me the broom, please?" So last week we were reminded that life is an adventure to be lived moment to moment, where we can be awake to all of the gifts of growth and of joy that each moment offers to us. Life is meant to flow through us rather than trying to resist it or trying to hold on to it or trying to control it. Our job is simply to allow it. And what keeps us from living in this heart space where we can experience life as this flow is our clouds of struggle. That's the way Mary O'Malley, the author of our series, What's in the Way, calls those things that seem to cloud our ability to be in the moment. And those clouds are generated by that storyteller in our head. She suggests that the densest of those clouds are created by the emotion of fear. And many of those fears that we carry around today were generated in our childhood. If we could go back and be inside of ourselves when we were 2 or 3, we would recognize this growing insecurity and fear in our own mind. Fear of our parents leaving us, being teased or bullied by an older sibling, grief when a beloved toy was broken or stolen or lost. And then you can add in preschool and kindergarten when kids say mean things to you and tease you and reject you. Out of those experiences arose the fear, and we all have some very general ones, typical in our own awareness or our own subconscious. One of those might be, I'm not good enough, I'm not doing it right, nobody loves me, or that feeling of I'm all alone. I know in my young years, I was really, really shy. And after having a brother, or actually two, but mainly one, that teased me incessantly, I got to the place where I wanted to just be invisible. If you would have asked me back then what I wanted to do or where I wanted to go or what I wanted, my stock answer was, I don't know, I don't care. Because if you could just not have any opinion, if you could just be someone who really wasn't there engaged, then my strategy was that I would avoid a lot of those things that brought up fear for me. And that persisted all the way through my early teenage years, and I found myself absolutely miserable. Many teens are that way anyway, but I was alone and miserable. I had lost whatever few friends I had and just was not happy with my life. And at the end of my 8th grade year, we were moving. We moved from Detroit, Michigan. I had always lived in big metropolitan cities to a very small town in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And I decided, and it's really interesting about the power that we have to make a decision, that I was going to change my persona, that I was going to be now one of the cool people. Even though I didn't feel it, these are people who didn't know me, and I was going to go be a new person, and I did. I got in a lot of trouble the rest of my teenage years, but I had much more fun, and I had much more friends. And it's interesting, though, that despite all that, the fears of childhood didn't necessarily go away once I became an adult. And it's true for many of us. They remain buried inside, and they influence us from underneath our everyday awareness. They are still a part of our subconscious mind, and they rear their heads oftentimes in situations where we're caught off guard, that we would have that kind of emotional reaction to whatever was going on. Imagine that you can watch yourself attending a party on a movie screen. And here are some thoughts. These aren't always the things we say, but some thoughts that might be running through your head. Might be, I talk too much. I don't talk enough. Another drink will make me feel a lot better. Boy, she's much prettier than I am. I think I'm doing pretty well with these conversations. Oh, they could never be interested in me. When can I leave? I don't know what to say. I'm smarter than her. I can't believe that she's wearing that. Boy, I think this outfit makes me look fat. Any of those thoughts ever run? I mean, these are the things that the subconscious mind sort of runs through us, whether they have anything to do with what we're experiencing in that moment or not. And they're oftentimes driven by those forgotten childhood fears. They're driven by that desire to want to be good enough, to do it right, and to feel like we are worthy of being loved. Certainly, my early fears didn't go away with that new persona. They manifested into, ultimately, for me, how they showed up was never letting myself be vulnerable. I would never let you know that you could hurt me. Even if you did deeply, I would act like all was okay because I never wanted to feel like anybody could know that they had that power over me. And what it did was just drive a further wall between relationships, because it's only when we're vulnerable, it's only when we're being true to who we really are that we can feel that deeper connection. I wouldn't even be vulnerable with God. I would pretend like that part of me was not who I really was, because how could God love that? With fear as our driver, it's impossible to trust life. And that's what we're talking about, this allowing ourselves to trust that life is here for us, that we are here to experience all that life has to offer. When we're in this mode, we have to do life, and we have to do it right. The storyteller in our mind truly just wants to be loved, and yet it doesn't know how to love itself. It wants desperately to be understood by others, and yet it doesn't know how to be with itself in an understanding way. It's afraid of rejection, so it works hard to project an image that it believes is acceptable to those around them. And it doesn't know how to deal with the guilt and the shame that comes from the hidden parts that generate deep feelings of unworthiness. The author suggests that shame is the fear that you're not doing it right, that anger is the fear that you're not going to get what you want, or you're getting all the things that you don't want, and that despair is the fear that you'll never be worthy to have what you desire. Is it any wonder when we look at our world and see how people turn to food or to drugs or get lost in the TV or shopping or the internet? We're just trying to create that distance from those inner fears. And interestingly enough, those are the very behaviors that then create and add more fear into our lives. So here's the good news. I know, it's like, boy, that's kind of a bummer. That's not very inspiring and uplifting. But it's the truth. It's what we all have to navigate through. The only real way out of the fear is to get to know it through your heart. The only real way that we can move through these fears creating so much havoc in our lives is to be willing to embrace them through love. We must be willing to learn about them, to watch them, observe how they show up, to listen to them, to understand them, and ultimately to love even that part of ourselves. So that's our journey this morning, as we're going to take a little time to perhaps begin to practice that. As we move into a time of meditation, I'm just going to invite you to just be open, to be that energy of motherly love to the things that we fear the most. So as you just get comfortable where you're at and perhaps set aside anything you might be holding on to, either physically or in mind or in heart, just letting it go as you take a deep breath in and feel the tension, the stress, the fears just simply fade away as you let that breath go. Taking one more deep breath in, imagining that that deep breath in is filling your entire being with the energy of love. In this present moment, affirm to yourself, I am safe, I am loved, I'm enough. See if you can't do that from that place of wholeness, of love. I'm safe in this moment. I am loved, and I am worthy of that love. Now see if you can't allow some fear that's a part of your subconscious past to rise up into this space of safety and love and wholeness. Invite it in. Listen to it. See if you can understand its roots and origins. Watch how it expresses itself. And allow it the healing balm of your loving energy. We're going to rest for just a few moments in the quiet. And if others arise, just invite them into this space. Simply listen. Say, I'm here to understand and love them. Take another deep breath in and just give a warm embrace to all those parts of yourself that have been struggling, even if you haven't been aware of them. And knowing that as we turn to face those things that we fear, rather than run from them, we discover that there's really nothing to be afraid of. Those are just parts of our past, the parts of us that weren't fully loved into healing when we were younger. And feel that sense of greater wholeness as you walk into this day and the days to come. So as you bring your attention fully back here, aware of your body and of the sounds in the room, whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. So in the book, Mary O'Malley, the author, who is also a therapist as part of her gifts that she offers to the world, spoke about a teacher who had this recurring dream. And in the dream, there was a monster who was chasing her. And she always woke up exhausted and in terror right at the place where the monster was about to get her. So, as a good therapist, she suggested to her that the next time she had that dream, to simply stop and turn around and face the monster. And despite that good advice, just the thought of doing that scared her so much that in subsequent dreams she just kept on running. And then one night, as she was once again running as fast as she could away from the monster, a wall appeared in front of her, blocking her escape. So with no other choice and with great trepidation, she turned around to face the monster. And to her surprise, the monster stopped too and didn't come any closer. And then she noticed that the monster had pink fingernails. And in that moment, she woke up and she never had the dream again. Sometimes the things that we expend the most energy because we're afraid to turn around and look at it are really our own fears that are grounded in nothingness. And as soon as we're willing to do that and to embrace that, those fears, when brought into the light, simply dissipate. They disappear. So here's the good news. You are a loving presence that your fears have been waiting for. You are the loving presence that can begin to heal those fears. It is your heart that will heal them. And in this process, we may discover, as it says in a letter to a young poet, perhaps everything that frightens us in its deepest essence is something helpless that wants our love. So the coming weeks of our series will be a discovery of how our fears can be healed through the accepting attention of a compassionate heart. And our invitation this week, especially in those times where we feel afraid, is to remind ourselves to simply shine our light into it, to love it, to be willing to face it, and to know that ultimately fear is nothing to be afraid of.
Stay in this moment right here. There's nowhere you need to go. Lay down your worries and fears. Breathe it in and you'll know when it's time to let go. Even if it's years from now, heal your mind and go slow. There's no race or finish line. You are worth it. You are powerful. You are full. Let the light in. Life is colorful and you are whole. In this moment, feel what you need to heal your soul. You are worth it. You are valuable. Your heart already knows. Curiosity can guide you to places you never knew. New perspectives can shape you into the person you knew was hiding below. Dirt and rubble from years ago. You're writing your story. Don't forget to love yourself now. You are worth it. You are powerful. You are whole. Let the light in. Life is colorful and you are gold. In this moment,
I'm blessed and highly favored. Well, it is our opportunity now to share of our financial good with this community, whether you are sharing physically today or you give electronically. We still want you to come and be in this flow of giving and receiving. So in a moment, the ushers are going to invite you to come up row by row. You can place your gift or the energy of the way that you contribute to this community just by holding your hand over it and adding your energy to it. And then we encourage you to also then receive an affirmation to bless you this week. We are so grateful for the many ways in which abundance flows in and through and out back to bless this community. For those of you who may not be aware, we tithe 10% of whatever comes into our community out to the greater community, both locally as well as supporting Unity headquarters, Silent Unity, which is our prayer partner. We also support Grace in Grapevine, as well as the North Tarrant County Food Bank and the Awareness Project here. So we're very blessed to be able to be that loving support through your gifts and have that flow back out to bless others in this world. So let us take what we offer today into our hands and into our hearts and join together to bless it. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, Father, Mother God.
Can you hear me okay? Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. I'm Jennifer Farmer, and I'm going to just let you know that I'm doing an event here next Saturday. It's called An Afternoon of Messages from the Healing of the Spirit World. We're going to do, thank you, Mary. Let me repeat that. I'm Jennifer. I am going to be, I'm a grateful member of the Center of Unity. I love being welcomed here and accepted here in all of my beliefs. If you've lost a loved one, I understand how painful that is, but I also know the miracle is when we hear messages and signs from our loved ones. My mom passed unexpectedly after I had just returned from seeing her in Texas. And that next day, I'm looking out my window and I see these beautiful ducks going round and round and round. That was a sign for me because my mom always talked to me on the phone. We'd talk on Saturdays. She'd say, well, how are your ducks doing? Because I had a pond behind me. And I said, Mom, the last conversation I had was, Mom, those ducks are gone. They've left. I don't know where they've gone. Maybe they've migrated. I don't know. Well, that morning after she passed, I looked down and I'm at my window, and there were 3 ducks twirling in a circle. And my mom's biggest gift and goal in life was to be returned to her 2 sisters in the spirit realm. And so when I saw that, my heart sort of melted, and I was like, she let me know she made it okay, and she's with her sisters, and I never saw those ducks again after that day. So I know wherever you are in your grief, whether it's been 10 years or 10 minutes or 20 years, the spirit world does not worry about time, and they always want to bring love and evidence and healing of the world beyond here. And if you're open and you're curious, I invite you to come and join me next week. I'll be sharing messages, talking about the way your loved ones work. And we've got a beautiful sound healer, Stacy Hill, with Zen, with Stacy. She's coming in and bringing her beautiful sound to lift the room up and prepare us for a sacred experience. We've got our cards here, right here. And in honor of my mom, Mom, I love you. All right?
Center of Unity welcomes back Jennifer Farmer, a well-respected psychic medium and spiritual teacher, for a powerful in-person event on Saturday, May 17th from 2 to 4 p.m. Connect with loved ones in spirit, experience a powerful sound healing with Stacy Hill, and feel the love that never fades. Reserve your seat by May 11th and bring a friend for only $20. Visit jenniferfarmer.com to register. Attention COU youth and parents, join us after church as we kick off the summer with a fun-filled afternoon. We'll have lunch, sweet treats, and exciting games, so come get to know each other and celebrate the season together. We can't wait to see you there. So that we're able to plan, please RSVP by May 13th. Join our social group, Corked, for a lunch at Uncle Julio's in Grapevine after church on Sunday, May 18th. This is a wonderful opportunity to connect with church friends, meet new faces, and enjoy a relaxed afternoon together. To help us ensure there's plenty of seating, please RSVP to Barbara by Tuesday, May 14th. We hope you'll join us. Today, we honor the women of our community. Please visit the bookstore to receive a small gift. Also, items in the bookstore will be 10% off. Happy Mother's Day from your COU friends and family. There are multiple ways you can make a donation to Center of Unity. You can drop your donation off at the church, mail it to our P.O. Box, visit our website, or use the COU or Venmo app. Your continued support is greatly appreciated.
All right. Thank you for joining us this week. Hope to see you back next week, and let's sing our kids in.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Can you hear me? Okay, there we go. All right, good morning, everybody. They were so busy. They was having a hard time cleaning up and getting ready to come in. But the preschool learned about caring. The grade school learned about their communities. And then the older ones learned also about, well, you'll talk about that. So let's share. All right.
So we made sheep puppets.
You don't want to? Okay. All right. And Harry, you want to share?
I forgot. Oh, today we made the Karen quilt. Today we made posters of places that we go to buy stuff, places that care like libraries, Sam's, and our houses.
Okay. Today we read a story about a master and a samurai who were trying to decide if heaven and the opposite place, they were trying to figure out if either one was real. And so the master said, "I bet your sword is too dull." And the samurai, instead of showing him that the sword was real, he decided to show the differences by pretending like he was going to strike and kneeling down. So instead of deciding that there was real two places, that it was the way that you decided them to be.
In short, heaven and hell are what you create them to be, of what you think of them as. And we learned that we create our experiences on what we feel and believe.
And so our older kiddos are, their lesson or curriculum is based on Eric Butterworth's book. It's not I Have the Power, or The Power Within. But their curriculum's called I Have the Power. And also, make sure, please, today or tomorrow, RSVP for the family summer kickoff for all the youth ed families. And I have a thing here you can scan and RSVP so Melanie knows how much food to prepare.
All right, so why don't we go ahead and stand up together. We'll join hands across the aisles here, and let's do our peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our Father, family all are we. Let me walk with my family in perfect harmony. With me, let this be a moment now. Every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it
And so as we go into this week with open hearts, embracing all that shows up in our life, we go knowing our prayer for protection. We'll do it as call and response. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. Together, wherever we are, God is, and all is well.